2 punches thrown, 1 day. 1 guy suspended, 1 guy out for the year. It's a lot.
Oh,
Grade that punch. Pat, grade that punch.
Well,
with the wall. Do we have that footage?
We actually talked about this earlier today. It's like walls have a pretty good record against human hands.
Yeah, they're really good.
You know what I mean? You just got to kind of, I mean, he threw that thing too. It was like a shot put type throw. Fuck this wall.
Ah, shit.
That's cement there? What type of wall is that? Cement wall?
I mean, no, that's definitely not. Yeah, that's hard. That's
Arena, right? That's normally like arena, like
not wood.
A foam?
Concrete.
No, fob?
Something.
Let's go down that. It's titled something. That has a title.
Oh,
those entries into an arena.
Mm-hmm.
Fob, maybe it's shorter for something longer.
So close.
Something like that. That's a cement. You're not going to win that one ever.
No, you're not.
Normally, if you hit like plywood, you could get a chance maybe.
Yeah.
There's no
drywall.
Drywall gets you a spot without a stud. But that one, I think you're going to lose every time.
Pat, have you ever punched a wall before?
When I was like growing up, I think teenage years, I probably hit one. Probably got you one. I'd seen the guy in college though. I mean, he was.
You knew when he did that, he broke his hand though, because he, sometimes you'll get lucky and you won't like seriously injure yourself. You could tell the moment he punched it, he like grabbed his hand. It was a wrap for him.
Dude, kid in college that I seen about this far away from stud, and he was a pretty important player. He on Wednesday put his hand through a wall
for fun.
It wasn't like a pissed off. It was pretty much like a
watch this.
I think people were pretty boozed up, if I can recall.
Okay.
Morgantown, West Virginia. Hand through wall though, and then pulls hand back, and everybody and then I like went and looked, and I'm like, that could have been very bad. That could have been terrible. Walls are very good. That guy, not even involved in the original fight, breaking his hand, punching a wall, and then Rudy basically getting kicked the fuck out of there. Timberwolves are upside down. LeBron James by 1,000,000.
Yeah.
I mean, that seems like a pretty easy one here. Connor has a question for you, Shams.
Yeah, Shams, what's going on in Dallas? Because it feels like all they did with the Kyrie.
It's called a vom. Vomitorium. Vom.
Okay.
Vom. It's WWE talk, that go down that Von there, make it right. That's the nearest pisser. Thank you. I got to do that twice a show.
When you look at Rudy Gobert, I don't. Yeah. Is that a punch? Is that what do you quantify that as? I want the full breakdown from you.
I guess it could classify as a failed lariat because it was a one-handed throw at the chest area. So I'm not exactly a professional, but I've been watching for a long time. If he gets through the huddle that he was on the other side of and goes tit to tit, throw the thing, I think there's a clothesline from hell topple that happens, because that's just, you can really utilize leverage. Here is just kind of a shot to the shoulder,
Look at the wingspan on that. For him to get across, that's 3 human beings. He's basically
adults
getting across from him. You look, that's pretty impressive. I don't know if it connected as well as he thought it would, but he got it done.
I don't know. Do you think he was thinking face, Draymond, but got to go chest? Like, when you used to fight potential friends or something, punches the body, only spot you're allowed to do it so that there's no bruises on the face. Do you think Rudy Gobert was like, je m'appelle Rudy, and punches him right in the chest? Or how do you think that all went down? Because we were told, and obviously we don't know if it was your reporting or somebody else's, that, hey, why don't you get a rebound? Hey, why don't you block a shot? Whoa! And then they fight each other? That doesn't make any sense. Is that real in the NBA, that's all it takes?
Well, listen, I think that might have been the crux of the argument of like, why aren't you blocking shots? Why aren't you helping out on defense? There were a lot more cuss words, though, Pat, that were included in anything that was said. I think there was a lot of B words. I think there was a lot of A words. You can say them. I don't know if I can say them. I don't know if I have the card to say them on this show. But there was a lot of cursing when it comes from Kyle Anderson to Rudy Gobert. And another thing is, Rudy Gobert suffered a back injury over the weekend as well. And he really, from what I'm told, he wasn't even supposed to play on Sunday. But he ends up playing. And I think there was some level of pressure for him to play. And he plays and he guts it out. And what happens. And he tweeted, he put out an apology. No matter what happened, you don't react like that on the bench. And I think the Timberwolves right now are going through the process of figuring out, is he going to be with the team when they go to Los Angeles today to play the Lakers? Wow. Kyle Anderson spoke last night like he was ready to move on and allow Rudy Gobert essentially to come back to the team and play, and they need him in the lineup. So I think I think there is some sense that it makes sense to kind of all move past this and get him back in the lineup, but we'll see what decision is made. So Rudy Gobert, he will not be traveling.
Wow.
What?
He will not be traveling. He's essentially been suspended for the play-in game tomorrow
by the Wolves
against. Again, is this an official suspension? Is it not an official suspension? We went through it a little bit with Zion, with Ja Morant, with the Grizzlies.
Jeez.
You know, they kind of sent him away. They sent him home, but it's an essentially they've kept him away from the team. They sent him home when he left the bench area. They sent him home, and he's gonna remain home.
Okay, so you just tweeted this a minute ago. We appreciate you being here for us to kind of get the update. So the Timberwolves said, we don't want you to travel to Los Angeles for the biggest game of the year because you pushed a guy in the chest on the sideline of a game? Or is this NBA saying, hey, Timberwolves, don't let him travel for the biggest game of the year for them with the most amount of eyes, one of the biggest names on their team? Who makes that decision there, Shams? That's the Timberwolves you're just saying?
That's the Timberwolves organization. When they sent Rudy Gobert home, Tim Connolly, their president of basketball operations, he came down into the locker room area and told Rudy Gobert to go home.
Jeez.
And
there had to be more then, right? This isn't just a one-time incident. Has this been building up?
Sorry, reading something.
That's okay. You do what you got to do, pal. I mean, it's breaking news in a moment. We're live.
So this happened because when there was an altercation on the bench area, he throws the punch, and then Kyle Anderson actually wanted to go after Rudy Gobert during the game. So Rudy Gobert goes back to the tunnel area, goes back to the bench. Kyle Anderson wanted to follow him. Of course, Kyle Anderson had a game to play. He couldn't go back and actually follow him. So basically, it gets to halftime, and it becomes a screaming match, I'm told, between Kyle Anderson and Rudy Gobert. They have a back and forth that escalates. There's a confrontation. Essentially, that Rudy Gobert going at Kyle Anderson. Kyle Anderson also telling Rudy Gobert, like, I'll knock your out. And once that's said, Mike Conley, a great veteran player.
Holy shit! Mm-hmm. He said, "I'm gonna knock your ass."
Can I say that on this show? Do I have permission?
Shams, who are you fucking asking? Am I your dad? What? Who are you? Shams,
this is your show. So Kyle Anderson told Rudy Gobert, I'll knock your ass out.
Whoa! Jeez Louise, Shams.
Oh,
dang.
Kids are watching.
Once that was said, Mike Conley Jr., definitely played a big part in separating them, calming them down, calming the tension, and allowing everyone to move on. And I think at that point is when Tim Connolly, the president, came down and told the group, hey, Rudy, you got to go home. And Rudy, tough. Security, here's some more details. Security helped pack everything up, all his belongings, and he's escorted out. So he got escorted out, sent home last night, and he's going to stay home at least through this play-in game.
So to me, that's the Timberwolves saying Rudy's the problem, okay? We eliminated the problem. Seems like everybody else is on Mr. Anderson's side here, including Cuz, who got up and pushed Rudy in the middle of the fight.
Yeah.
I thought Rudy Gobert was about to get kind of beat up by a couple people on his own team. Now we're hearing he's suspended. So this is Rudy Gobert's last season with the Timberwolves?
Well, he's got a massive contract, Pat.
That doesn't mean anything in basketball.
Did they trade 5
multiple years?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's got multiple years. They traded 4 first-round picks, swaps, and then Walker Kessler. I don't know how much you guys know about Walker Kessler. Rookie center. He's the rookie center on Utah. He's averaging, I think, like 10 points, 8 rebounds, like 3 blocks.
Beast.
He's got some Rudy Gobert in him. You know. he's just way younger. So.
Oh, that's
they did give up a lot to get him. That's a tough deal to trade. I'll just say that.
Sounds like they're gonna have to rebuild that thing then, because it feels like there's one. I don't know if that's all that happened right there, and it was just a heat of the moment. And Rudy sends an apology to everybody, and the most important game's happening, but I hear security escorted him out of there.
Yep.
It's like, hey, this is against your will, pal. Okay, security will fucking take you out of here, and we don't want you coming. That is a wild development, seemingly, for what a trade was with the Jazz. Malik Beasley, Patrick Beverly, all right, Bev, Leandro Bolmero, dog, Walker Kessler, Jared Vanderbilt, 2023 first rounder, 2025 first round pick, 2026 swap, 2027 first round, 2029 first round. Holy shit. Rudy Gobert's a dog on the court.